Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 2 of Funston Talks. We're here with your hosts, me, Miss Abby, Mr. Bolagor, Mr. Gordon, Miss Ibarra, Mrs. Stephania, Miss Hannah, and our special guest for today, our City Year Manager, Miss Rodriguez.
So Ms. Rodriguez is a Senior Impact Manager at City of Chicago. This is her third year being managing the Funston team. And so a lot of our students are used to seeing her around the building. During today's episode, we're going to hear about her city year journey, and we're going to put her into the hot seat and ask her a series of questions to help all of you to get to know her better.
So since COVID and quarantine, what have you been up to, Daz?
Hi, everyone. So since COVID and quarantine, I have been really focused on supporting the Funston team and my other team, Henderson, with remote learning and navigating virtual service online. On my personal time, I've been trying to be more focused on developing myself, making sure I'm doing my homework, eating healthy, having a routine to work out and take care of myself, and just give more time and attention to the things that I wasn't really giving a lot of attention to before having a shelter in place. So that's been what my focus has been. I've also had time to catch up with friends online and FaceTime different family members and friends. I've been trying to make time to read more, watch Netflix, and just really focus on the things I didn't give too much attention to before.
Our viewers want to know, what does an impact manager do at City Year?
What does an impact manager do at City Year? It's a lot to explain, but I'll hit on some of the key points. An impact manager essentially manages the partnership between City Year and the school that we're at. So for example, because my schools this year were Funston and Henderson, those are the partnerships I manage. I support, as a manager, you support teams. So I was supporting my Funston team, or support my Funston team and support the Henderson team. That includes but isn't limited to data management for students, supporting with trainings, supporting to make sure that the team feels developed and motivated in their service with City Year. It also includes collaborating with other managers to help inform strategic planning for City Year Chicago, and what does it look like for people to serve in City Year Chicago and feel supported through their year of service. In addition, there's portfolio trainings, which means all the schools in City Year get together in a portfolio and we collaborate to build training content. It means meeting with other managers to strategize. There's a lot that goes into to the impact manager role, but when you see me in the building, I'm meeting with Miss Hannah, I'm meeting with your City Year team, sometimes I'm meeting with your teachers and the administration team. It's essentially partnership and ACM management, but there's so much that goes into the day-to-day.
Awesome, thank you. For our audience, could you give us a background of your education experience in Chicago?
Yeah, definitely. So in Chicago, I'm from Chicago, born and raised from the Humboldt Park community, and I attended CPS from K through 8th grade before I went to high school and was part of the charter school system. So in some of the schools I attended as an elementary student, I attended Monroe, which is not too far from Funston, Monroe Elementary. I attended Lloyd Elementary that went up to 5th grade, and I attended Cameron Elementary. And then for my middle school, since it was only a 6th to 8th grade school, I attended Northwest Middle School. So I've been around the communities such as Humboldt Park, Belmont Cragen, the Hermosa community, and that's kind of where my education, locations have been throughout the city before attending high school, which was more east, so located in the West Town area. In Chicago, I was able to just really thrive as a student due to the networks of supports that I had. I think one of my fondest memories is knowing that I always felt and always had teachers that were champions, and I felt like I was part of a network of support no matter what school I was in. And even though my elementary schools look different based on just moving locations, and then my middle school location looked different, and my high school location was entirely different because it was a charter school system. I definitely felt encouraged and supported by the teachers and champions in the school building, no matter the school location I was in. And if I could go back and do it all over again and attend a different school I wouldn't, I think each school taught me something different. And it was nice to know students and attend school with students in my neighborhood. Some of them were my neighbors, and some of them that I even get the pleasure of keeping in touch with now. And I think that's just how close-knit Chicago is, and I'm sure all of you enjoy being able to attend school with your neighbors and have that close-knit community no matter what school you're at.
Thank you for that, Ms. Rodriguez. Another question we have is, we know this, but maybe our students don't know, but Ms. Rodriguez also served as a city year, so she was in the classroom with students. So a question regarding that is, where did you serve, and what grades, and maybe what subject were you working with?
Yeah, thank you. So my school that I served at in the school year 2016 or 2015 to 2016, I served at Fulton Elementary. Fulton is located in the back of the yards, Inglewood community. And I served there for 1 year before I served another year as a team leader at Nicholson STEM. The students that I worked with at Fulton Elementary, I had the pleasure of tutoring them in 6th grade and 7th grade English and language arts. I was partnered with a partner teacher by the name of Miss Parker. We worked together greatly. We always collaborated to support my 6th and 7th graders. And I really had just a great time being able to enrich their knowledge of reading and social studies and have them engage in small groups and class discussions that my teacher led. So yeah, that was my experience at Fulton Elementary. Fun fact, Fulton is a partnership school. We didn't return between my team leader year and my 2nd year as a manager. However, now I'm happy to share that Fulton is back as a partnership school, and my grade level partner that supported my students with math for 6th and 7th grade is now the team leader of that school. So that's a fun fact that even though we didn't get to return the 2nd year for my team leader year, we got to return now. So some of the students who didn't graduate and who were 4th graders back then are now students getting city year supports this year. So it's just really amazing to see that rippling effect of how students still are getting city year support years later.
Another question would be, you've been the impact manager at Funston for 3 years now. What are some of your favorite memories?
Oh my goodness, so many. I think I'm gonna try to narrow it down so I don't share for too long, but I would have to say some of my favorite memories included definitely onboarding the partnership. Students didn't know, and I know some of you are gonna remember this, students didn't know what City Year was like or who the people in the red jackets were. And I think that for the longest, the team's names were City Year until you got acclimated to what their names were. So definitely onboarding the partnership and introducing what was a VIP lounge, what was a family engagement night. I think about the memories where the team was supporting recess for the first time, and that was new to all of you, and you liked that space that we were in, even though it was new to City Year and it was new to you. I enjoy the VIP lounges, the family nights, the time that this year's City Year team got to put on High City Year in the Face for the first time. We weren't there, but heard great things about it. I think all of the events that brought Funston and City Year closer together was just one big memory overall that I will always be fond of. I enjoy getting to end the year, the past 2 school years, with you all, and being able to just go throughout the school years with you all and see it from a different lens. I didn't get to work with you directly, but hearing about how City Year was supporting you in the classroom and seeing you all in small groups and seeing you all enjoy coming to VIP lounges and figuring out which other friends were being invited to the VIP lounge. And overall, I would say the events and being able to hear how City Year was supporting you out the year and how they were engaging with you throughout the year will continue to be a fond memory.
So thank you so much for sharing all your insights. We are going to have to call it short for this episode today, but don't worry everyone, in our next episode, Ms. Rodriguez will be back to answer some more questions. We'll see you then.
Awesome. Thank you.